Where to source your food for your food truck business. So in this video, I'm going to give you 15 tips on how to choose the right food vendor for your food truck. If you're looking to obviously find great deals on good quality foods, you want to stay tuned all the way through from number 1 down to 15. I'm going to give you some great tips and pointers on what you should do and what you should expect from the vendor and what the vendors will actually expect from you as the food truck owner. We're going to dive into those 15 right now. All right, so welcome back to Food Truck Freaks. We are YouTube's premier food truck entrepreneur channel. We are dedicated to you, the food truck entrepreneur, giving you all kinds of great, useful information and additional resources. Definitely check out, by the way, we have a brand new book. There'll be a link down in the description down below, which is the ultimate food truck guide. We have put together not just another food truck book, but it is a manual that gives you all kinds of great information, statistics, also resources, websites, questions to ask yourself. And it's actually in a paperback form. You definitely want to get the paperback form because it has a ton of pages on the back end for you to keep track of vendors, as a matter of fact, keep track of contacts, local events. It is actually an interactive manual, so you definitely want to get a copy of that. All right, so let's dive into the 15 tips to help you source your food truck supplies, foods, and vending needs. So number 1, quality over quantity. The one thing you always want to keep in mind in the food industry, especially with food trucks, but always prioritize the quality of their food products. Higher quality food ingredients will attract more customers and ensure that they return when you come back to those events, right? So you want to keep in mind that quality is much better than just bulk junk ingredients. I actually can attest to this. When I had my Italian bakery, for instance, I always strive to find the best quality of what we could do and create the best quality food product. Even though it costs us a little bit more, sometimes it's always worth it. Cheaper supplies might save you money, but in the short run, but it can actually harm your reputation in the long run. So you would definitely keep in mind, if you go to events in certain communities or cities, or you have a special place that you go to dedicated constantly with your food truck, you're going to have repeat customers. Well, they like to have good quality food like anyone else. So definitely keep in mind, number 1, quality over quantity. Number 2, this is actually a great one because it can reduce your cost. Local sourcing. Number 2 is local sourcing. So consider sourcing your ingredients from local farmers, butchers, meat markets, and grocery stores. If they've got mom and pop style stores that have fresh ingredients, they might actually be a more cheaper version of ingredients instead of getting stuff from a supplier as opposed to someone who's actually building or making the product. This can actually improve the freshness of your food and support local businesses as well. And there's customers always appreciate locally sourced food. So when you actually engage and you meet with your customers at your window in your food truck, let them know that you source a lot of that food locally, or put up part of the sign that says, hey, we source local and we support local businesses. A lot of customers will actually prefer to go to food trucks where that is the case as opposed to ones that do not. Number 3, reliability. This is a huge one, and I actually had a horrible experience when I first started my e-commerce food business. Reliability from sources that I got from was something that you really need to make sure your suppliers are reliable and consistent. Inconsistency in the supply can actually disrupt your operations and affect your business adversely. And of course, vendors who can be on time and be correct with orders help make your business flow. Now, here's another little side tip. When you find a vendor in regards to reliability, make sure you get 2 or 3 vendors for the same types of ingredients. There may be a potential that one vendor that you're working with will be out of a supply or an ingredient. You definitely don't want to be out of that supply or ingredient, obviously. So keep in mind that when it comes to a specific line of ingredients, you need maybe 10, 15, 20 different items. Make sure you find 3 or 4 different suppliers, okay? That way you'll always be in stock. Number 4, flexible delivery options. So you want to choose suppliers who offer flexible delivery options. Now, running a food truck does require a lot of your time. So having supplies delivered can save you precious hours and times trying to run around and go and get in the ingredients themselves, but making sure that they're flexible so they can deliver them to you when you need them, okay? So flexible delivery options comes in at number 4. Tip number 5, good communication. Now, you need to have great communication, and it keeps a key and strong vendor relationship going between you and your vendor. You should be able to reach your vendor easily if there's any issues or changes to your orders. You should have that open line of communication and make sure that it's always a positive one. You have vendors who are obviously not positive or maybe just negative in general. You may want to steer away from them because they may either not want to be in business, or they may not enjoy their business, or they may affect you adversely, obviously, with your supply chain as well. Number 6, now this, of course, is a no-brainer, but remember what I said in the beginning, quality over quantity. So number 6 is bulk buying. So if you have the storage space, buying in bulk obviously can save you money. However, to ensure that your turnover is fast enough to prevent any wastage, you want to make sure that you're going through those ingredients quickly, because the longer that fresh ingredients stay on the shelf, well, they come less and less fresh, obviously. So you want to make sure that it is a good purchase, that it's a good price point, that it's buying in bulk makes sense, but it's also ingredients that are not going to go bad quickly. Number 7, check their references. So before signing a contract with a supplier, check their references. You can do that online. In many cases, you can even check on Google reviews. It's important to know what other businesses think of them. So if you're doing business with a brand new vendor, you want to definitely do a little background check on them. Check out who they deal with. How long have they been in business? If there's a lot of ratings on Google, for instance, are they 5 stars or are they 2 stars? So you want to definitely check their references. Number 8, fair pricing. So of course, you want to get the best price for good quality ingredients. So shop around for the best prices, but remember that the cheapest option may not always be the best as far as quality. So consider overall value of what each supplier offers and what they can bring to the table when they want to supply your food truck. Number 9, payment terms. Understanding the supplier's payment terms before committing. So some might actually offer discounts early on if you pay early, while others might require payment up front. Some people actually, some vendors actually give you like net 30 or net 60, so you get 30 days or 60 days to fulfill the order as far as the payment. So payment terms are pretty important, especially if you're just launching your food truck and revenue is trickling in before it begins to really come in heavily. You want to make sure that you got really good payment terms. Number 10, sustainable practices. So consider suppliers who employ sustainable practices. This is not only supports the local environment, but it also appeals to environmental conscious customers. And if you let your customers know that, hey, you know what, the vendors we work with have sustainable practices. So all of our ingredients that we get daily or weekly do help, just outside of just having good quality ingredients, they do help the environment as well. A lot of conscious customers will be aware of that. And it's actually a good thing. It's always positive to do that as well. And number 11, backup suppliers. So I touched a little bit on this before, but backup suppliers, always have a backup suppliers, as I mentioned before, in case your primary ones run into some problems, or maybe they're just low on stock. Now, this ensures that you can continue serving your customers without any disruptions, and the quality of your product is never, ever compromised when it comes to backup suppliers. Number 12, seasonal availability. Now, you got to understand that certain products may be seasonal and plan your menu accordingly. Now, having specifically the same menu all year round doesn't say it's going to hurt, but keep in mind that many times in certain seasons, if you can change up your menu slightly, you might be able to get certain ingredients at better prices because they are seasonal. So be aware of the growing seasons of your local area and make sure that you greatly influence your offerings by going in that direction and kind of manipulating or changing slightly your menu from time to time, because it's always good to go with seasonal products. 13, licenses and certifications. Now, you want to ensure that your suppliers have the necessary licenses, of course, permits and certifications for food safety. The last thing you want to compromise is the health of your customers, because you're dealing with somebody who is just literally up and running, doesn't have any permits or any of that sort, and may potentially be doing something that's not lawful, of course, and that's something you don't want to do. Number 14, trial period. This is something that a lot of vendors actually offer. So before entering into a long-term contract, consider a trial period with the supplier. This will give you an idea of their service quality and reliability during that period. And it's actually a great thing because it gives you an opportunity to actually test out the ingredients and see if it's really somebody you want to do business with. And lastly, but of course not the least, but number 15, cultural fit. Now, finally, consider the cultural fit. This means choosing suppliers that share your business values. For example, if you're operating a vegan food truck and your suppliers should understand and respect your idea that you want nothing more than vegan suppliers, be sure that they kind of fall in line with what you believe as far as your best business practices and business values. Nothing wrong with that. That's always going to get positive energy between you and those vendors, creating a long-term relationship. Now, remember, building these relationships with your suppliers are definitely a key aspect of your successful food truck business. So the moment you get up and running, or before you actually get up and running, ensure that you've kind of gone through this checklist and maybe check all of these out. And if you want to, check the link down below. We've got a blog post. You can just print up a copy of these if you missed them through the video. If you didn't take any notes, or you can watch the video again and make notes. But definitely check out your vendors and be sure that they are actually companies that you really, truly want to deal with, and you can rely on them. Okay. So if you have any questions about vendors, let us know down below. If you actually have launched your food truck and you've dealt with vendors, what was your experience with vendors? Was it a positive one or negative one? And as I said before, make sure you grab yourself a copy of our brand new paperback book. It is an interactive manual that has a load of information, guys. Tons of website links, keeping everything condensed and concise on our paperback book. I'll see you guys in our next video.